to Little Exchange Show, and this is our fourth episode. Recently, many exchange trips or global programs are becoming so-called phenomenon among youngsters, but it's not a piece of cake to pass the applications. So that's why the topic today is Global Opportunities 101, where we discuss a wide range of queries. And here, please welcome our two guests with extraordinary achievements in global programs, Pham Nguyen Duc Anh. Okay, thank you for spending your time coming here with us. First, can you introduce yourself a little bit?
Hi everyone, my name is Thao. I'm 24 years old. I've just came back from Hong Kong for my internship, and I'm currently taking a short training course for English teachers.
Well, my name is Duc Anh. I'm 21 years old, and I just came back from my gap year, so currently doing my third year at Faculty of International Relations, University of Social Sciences and Humanities.
Okay, so first of all, what motivated you guys to apply for those exchange trips? Lady first.
Okay. For me, it started out with a simple desire to travel and see the world. And I feel like the more I attend those programs, the more I want to learn and see things in a greater depth than usual. So that has become the motivation for me to apply for different exchange programs and learn more about different fields.
Yeah.
It stemmed from my curiosity, because back to the time when I was in high school, we actually stay in dormitory, and my whole 3 years in high school was just enclosed in that 4 walls of campus, of school campus. So I didn't have the chance to go out there and see what the others are doing. So there was one time when some ISEC exchange students, they're from Europe, came to my school. I was surprised by differences in our culture, and I was excited it was the first time for me to speak English to some kind of foreigners coming to my school as well. That's why I had the curiosity I must go out there and see what's the world out there may offer for me.
Yeah, absolutely. You travel a lot.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. I'm sure that you guys have applying for a lot of programs, and there should be many failure time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So how can you guys overcome and get the opportunities down the road?
Oh well, yeah. I think it's an inevitable part of achievement. You gotta fail so many times until you realize that there are so many things I need to improve. And then you work harder and harder on your application form, on enriching yourself and improving yourself until you became a noteworthy candidate for an exchange program. So I took it as a bumper road to remind me that I still need to learn.
How many times did you fail?
Well, I cannot count.
How many percent?
I would say 70%.
30%.
Yeah.
Okay. How about you?
Same for me. Because I was a student coming from high school in rural area, so my province. I didn't have a chance to go for extracurricular activities like student in Ho Chi Minh City. So it took me a lot of time to actually integrate with the life here in Ho Chi Minh City, big city first, and gain some social skills and my confidence enough. So I actually started with small activities, because in my school we have international exchange club. So I just began to apply for that club first, and we welcome exchange students coming to my school. We organize activities, and I volunteer to be the MC or take care of brainstorming the events, the activities for them. So it starts from small activities to bigger plans. Even though I fail, but every time doing brainstorming the ideas, doing the essays and for the application, so every time I can have this self-reflection on my own. And yeah, you can have you always have to answer those kinds of questions. Yeah.
I think that's a very good point, because a lot of friends and younger students from my schools also ask me how can I get this and that,
Yeah.
how can I join this and that. I think Daphne mentioned a very interesting point, that is to start small, start with things that you can do first within your school's club, a small community activity, and then you build yourself up and your profile up from there.
Yeah, the small template numbers for your applications. Okay, so based on you guys' experience, what is the pros and cons between short-term exchange trips versus the traditional study abroad?
It both come from like yourself and your family as well, the background. Because I do have certain financial constraints, so I always look for fully funded, or actually, you must have like certain fund for me actually to go out. So pros and cons of the short-term exchange program and a traditional studying abroad, I may prefer the short-term one because, as I say first, you didn't have that much fund to go out there for like as long as 4 years. So you just choose to go for exchange. It's maybe short-term of time, but you can have the chance to practice your to practice your English, to improve your confidence, your skills, and also to be like indulge yourself into that environment. So I think the short-term exchange program is of equal importance. I mean, also offers so much opportunities you have compared to traditional study abroad.
Then you can compare between the environment that you learn in the home country and in other country as well. How about you?
I would say it really depends on your goal, because for short exchange trip, you can only absorb this much knowledge within this much amount of time. So if you want to learn certain skills in short workshops, then I would say exchange program is better. But if you're looking for academic knowledge, it will take a long period to develop and to continue deepen and dive yourself into learning. So it really depends on what your goal is. If you want to develop academically, I would say traditional studying abroad for a longer period of time would be better. But short-term exchange program has its advantages, which is it offers the chance to be exposed to the thing you want to learn, which is skill, for a short time. And you can also meet a lot of people during that short period of time. So I think that's an advantage of short exchange program.
All right. So, which part of the application that we should be focused on mostly, like resume, leadership experience, or working experience, you name it?
Well, I think so. Every criteria are at equal importance for me because how to say, for me as a student, my academic transcript values like more to like every program I apply at school, because it asks you to have a certain kinds of score so that you are academically, how to say, capable. You come to the university, you can present or discuss in groups, some kind of that. And also you are required to have extra, like you have activity record to show your leadership and communication skills, your commitment to community, so that you can, they are looking forward for you to come back and just contribute to your community after the program. I think this is the value that most exchange program they are looking for their candidates.
Like commitment to the society.
Commitment to the society after the program. So my tip is to get all of things ready, like so everything is like 100% prepared, not like one is less important.
Not rushing.
You cannot just wake up one day and say I want to apply and I'm gonna go for it.
Yeah,
So
must prepare. Well prepared application.
Sure.
How about you?
It really depends on the purpose of the program. So I know that for certain program like SEAC that we both joined, they look for candidates with leadership and the ability to impact the community, because we have to come back and commit to a community project. For other exchange program, I would say sometimes they will look for candidates with academic ability to, I don't know, do a visiting fellowship.
Like you in Hong Kong.
Yeah, so it was actually more on the professional side, so I need working experience for that program. So so the point is you need to find out about the purpose of the program and highlight that point in your resume or your application form, so that they can see that you're a suitable candidate.
So most of the programs that you guys participated in is about leadership. So what are the strengths that necessary to show in that kind of program?
Yeah, for other programs, that's one round like essay. So how can you show your leadership? It depends on your writing skills and the experience you got. How about interview? It's about you show and you tell the judges what you have learned, and about your failure or your success in doing. It's all that experiences that help you to suitable for the program. So I think it depends on how many rounds the selection can have.
I agree, and there's something that I want to echo what Duc Anh has said, that a lot of people perceive leadership as a person with authority. So you gotta be really strong, you gotta take control, you gotta manage the whole thing.
Yeah.
But for SAYAP, sometimes leaders are the ones who stay behind and support others. So I think that's I think that's something really meaningful that I learned from the program.
That's a good point.
You don't have to be always in the front, in the spotlight to be the leader. You're the one who stay behind, support everyone to move toward a common goal.
So both of you were participants of the Shift of Southeast Asian and Japanese youth programs.
Okay.
SAYAP in short. Alright. So what is the key that made you guys to be chosen in your evaluation?
But for SAYAP, it's not like you have a set of criteria and then you pick people who have these criteria. It's about choosing a whole group that can work together and can represent Vietnam as a whole. So each of us within our contingent has our own strength. For me, I was in charge of the discussion group because I'm interested in discussion program and creating projects that can have meaningful impacts to the community. So my strength will be in organizing discussion activities and like serious stuff for people to think about. But Duc Anh, I know he's in charge of something very different.
Okay, so I agree to her points that for SAYAP we want to choose 28 like shapes of colors that we can match the whole contingent. That can show the best image of Vietnam to the other contingents. And for me, I'm kind of confident with my positive energy. So I work in charge of solidarity group activity. It means that how can create the bond and to connect people with differences. I think I have the confidence to to understand and to be patient enough to listening to others, understand them and work with them.
Yeah, so the thing where you can showcase your personality, your experience, and your strength will be in why I deserve this. And it also, the judges also want to know how much you understand about the current affairs and youth participation, because it's a program for youth. So you really need to do some research about it if you don't have much exposure and experience with it. And also, it's not about reading things online, but you also have to relate it back to you, what you have done as a youth in Vietnam, how you're going to contribute to the community as a Vietnamese youth after you come back. So that was for my year.
So everyone out there who wants to apply for SAYAP, please take note. Alright. And how these trips do wonders for your study, your work, and your life?
How to say, the biggest values I got from the program is the network. Okay, the biggest network is that ASEAN is your home. So now I travel, I'll be able to travel everywhere, and I have my friends who can host me, be my free tour guide to show me around. And the second one is the confidence, and also because in SAYAP we have 5 port-up calls, 5 countries, and we always be ready for packing up and then taking things out, and we are ready to say goodbye. So that how to say that is the time is not that infinite. It means that we're always ready to say goodbye, and yeah, we're not there forever. So I know how to take good care of my own time. Yeah, to take and also be more confident in my own daily life. Yeah, to take every opportunity I have.
Like how lucky are we to have something that makes goodbye so
Yeah.
hard? So many people say up is a life-changing journey. For me, it's a lifelong journey because I can see that the connections with say up never stop deepen, never stop expanding. Even after the program, whenever we visit our PYs, we're still greeted with the most hospitality that they can give us. And I have always been inspired by my PYs and the people that I met on board. There was a friend who came to Vietnam and we traveled together, and wherever he goes he would take notes of things, and I asked him why do you always have to like work like that, why don't you just relax and chill? And he was like, oh, there are so many good ideas that I think I can bring back and create a project out of it for my community. So I think that's very meaningful. And I have been it's been a thrill to watch my friends how they continue their commitment with their advocacy after the program, even though it's ended. So for me, it's really a lifelong journey, and I'm still learning, still growing through it.
I want to add one more point that it's a source of inspiration as well, because how to say, all the participating youths are like strictly and very competitively chosen from each country. So I can say they are all the bright and brightest of ASEAN.
Yes.
That's why you always get inspired by other PYs from other country, because they all have their own story to share.
Yeah, everyone is just
unique.
an interesting story to get to know.
And you guys also have interesting story to share.
Yeah. Today.
All right. And how about it affects to your work or your study? Does it like a strong point for your resume when you apply for other programs or other company and school, stuff like that?
Yes, definitely. So it's an international exchange. Like you get experience working in an international program, and you can show that you have been able to work with people from so many different backgrounds, and you adapt quickly to the environment. So those are the things I would say when I mention say up in my resume.
True. I think it's just not just a name, it's some words you write on your resume. It's all about experiences and the story you have when you share what you have learned from the programs, all the skills, and that long-term program you gained more experiences through working like cross-culture communications and the way you solve problems during working with people with different backgrounds. So I think that's values to your what the future marketplace need from the candidates.
It's not a question, but please give our audience and the youngster out there a recommendation to encourage them to apply for those exchange trips.
So if you're having plans or a dream to go abroad on an exchange trip, make sure you prepare yourself for the opportunity by, first of all, look at what are your strengths, what are your weaknesses, and continuously improve on your weakness. Keep an open mind to receive new things and learn new knowledge. And just enjoy the journey. Don't be afraid of failure, because like anyone else, everyone has to fail before we can get it.
That's right.
Yeah, get used to it. And good luck with all the application and all the plans you're having.
Good luck to the pen.
To you.
Oh yeah. Okay, so I have some tips for students. If you're still studying, get something prepared first, like your passport. That's compulsory, passport. Your academic transcript. Get things printed out and translated into English.
Yes.
Yeah. And your resume. So write them and design them first, so you can be like 100% ready when a program comes. And you just spend time thinking on your essays. So it takes like sorts of time, save your time compared to others. And then, so believe me, exchange program is one of the biggest chance for you to explore yourself more, because through all these like exposure to different cultures and different people with working style. I can understand myself more, and how to say, you get a better understanding and get your confidence in whenever you come and for future plan when you work in different country and environment. Yeah, good luck.
So now we all know that's why these so-called golden faces acquired those amazing exchange trips, and we believe that that will be a strong point in your resume when you apply for other jobs and study in the future. Thank you very much for spending your time and delivering a fruitful talk show with us.
Thank you so much for having us.
All right. So in upcoming November, Little Change 2019 exchange trip will be back in Singapore. For further information, let's visit our Facebook page Little Change. And finally, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe our YouTube channel to get more fun and helpful videos. Goodbye for now.
Hey guys, we are going to showcase a very popular cheers we had on our Siap community on the ship. So okay, so dear XPY, you are here watching us, so let's do it together, okay? Terima kasih saya. Mwah, 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 mwah. Okay, thanks for watching.